gotta show me how you did that.
Okay.
It's all in the wrist.
Down, we're pretty high up. Oh shit.
Oh, have mercy!
Oh shit. What the fuck of all fucks just happened? Fuck's sake. I picked up something that's made me incubated again. Encumbered even. I'm guessing I still can't fucking move.
Everyone all right?
Ah man, how do I... Looks like I'm gonna have to drop something else. Okay, well that was a shit ton of weapons. Bullets I needed to use, even. probably disabled all the fucking robots about 700 times, but obviously they still wanted to attack us, so whatever reason. Okay.
You're fast.
Do. Come back to that in a second. Well, we'll come back. We'll go to that now, actually. Getting bullets, guys, before we carry on. Anything else? No. We've been this way. Okay. Go for the far right and then we'll carry on. Perfect. Guess that's something we need to come to in a second. Okay. Turbine controls. Activate electromechanical turbine. Diagnosis. Awesome. Okay. Interesting. So. Where did we go from here? Ah, okay. That would have been incredibly stupid if we jumped not thinking that, or not knowing that we could have just used the stairs. Okay. There he is.
Facilities back on the grid, and my pipes again floweth with the sweet, sweet essence of my salvation. I suppose I have you to thank for realigning the machine. Of course, Jasper, you imbecile. You'll need my voice to get into the chem lab. I'm obviously not coming with you, so I'm giving you a recording of my dulcet speech. This recording should get you into the chem lab. I hope whatever you're after is worth the trauma. I wouldn't go back there if I was higher than the mercury levels in a can of salt tuna. Wait, take my gun while you're at it. If you end up dying on Gorgon, there's a non-zero chance I'll feel partially responsible. Neither of us want that. Die, perhaps? Automechanical sentries are generally programmed to ignore corpses. I don't like the idea of going back to that place, to that life. Yes, I know it's not me risking my throat gallivanting around Gorgon. It's you, for whatever madcap reasons you've got. I've helped you once, and I don't feel great about it. I made a clean break from Gorgon, and now it feels like you're asking me to tether myself back to that place. I suppose you've got a point. Or something resembling a point. I'm emotionally addled right now, and I'm allowing my sentiments to get the better of me. Here, my personal security keycard. There's a hallway near the processing room. It leads to a security terminal. Use this keycard to unlock the hallway and disable security.
Is there anything else we can talk to Jasper about?
I'm on the verge of a breakthrough. I can feel it in my toes. I'm so ecstatic I could kiss you. But I won't. Bodily
No,
fluids
thanks,
are
bro.
coming outside of a petri dish.
I'm good. I'm good. Okay. Get the fuck out of here. Alright, how do we get out of here? Swear there was an elevator. Don't think we read this. Okay. So as per K, my required duties, I'm keeping a visitors log. K. So day 1 to 3, no visitors. Day 61. Sometimes we experience long power outages. Sitting in the dark, listening to the storm beat at the walls. I've got a lot of time to think. It begs to be let in, while I would pay to be let out. Day 108, day 109, no visitors. but still no visitors. Day 111 to 150. Day 115, 115. Why are there a bunch of tailless sprats running about? Question mark. This facility don't have a sprat catcher on the roster. Maybe I should file a request with acquisitions for one. Teacup canids are famed for their ability to hunt sprats after all, and for keeping people company. So I'm not going to mention the days where there hasn't been visitors, unless it's got added on information. Other than that, I'm just going to read the days that are informative. So, day 117, no visitors, can't finish my game of solitaire. Someone stole a handful of cards from the deck. Day 118, desk unmanned, unsuccessfully hunted for the missing cards. Day 151 to 250. Day 157, canid request was denied. Day 158, we've run out of caffeinoid. Our first restocking shipment isn't set to arrive until the new fiscal year. I guess that delivery will mark the facility's first visitors. Now there's something to look forward to. Day 159. Did some digging in the system records. It turns out our supplies are set to be delivered by, get this, a crew of auto mechanicals. Day 182. Thought I heard knocking on the front door, but it turned out to be just some thunder. Always thunder, funny how it can sound like so many different things. A boom, a crack, a snap, knocking, laughing, screams. Day 251 to present. Day 277. I started venturing outside. At first I worried something fierce about all the lightning strikes. Sometimes the electromechanical turbine goes on the fritz without warning. But I'm out of cards and out of caffeinoid, and there's not much else to do. Day 301. Turns out I no longer need to feel safe. What I need is to feel alive. Outside, the wind howls like a raging god, and the rain stabs into my throat like 1,000 tiny frozen needles. And in that pain, well, I feel so very alive. Day 322. My many and varied attempts to trigger an on-site inspection from the Special Committee for Auditing and Management have failed. Day 353. Sometimes when I look over the ledge, I think about what it would feel like, how easy it would be to simply tip forward, to plummet with all those clouds kissing my face, to fall away from the storm, to smile, then break. That is the receptionist's point of view. Okay. Which she no longer feels because we've just rescued her. Well, about an hour ago. Maybe a bit more. Okay. See where this person is.
This change of scenery sure is something. Can't wait to see the groundbreaker.
Indeed.com.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Where is our friend at?
Status report. 13 jobs scheduled for area maintenance.
To return in 1.
I always do. Okay, let's discover where the person we helped leave that place to come to here has gone to. Really thought that was her then.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
This is mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life. B&B Board.
Okay. Very, very strange this is. So apparently, because it savers like looking where this receptionist Kelly went. Apparently, we drop her off and she disappears, and that's what's meant to happen. We don't have any further interaction with her, which is a bit of a strange one. You know, I would have thought she'd be somewhere stationed in the Groundbreaker for you to interact with her with more dialogue, but I think it makes sense, but at the same time, it would be nice just to see that, like, little tiny bit of response. Oh, thanks for dropping me off at the groundbreaker, blah, blah, fucking blah. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. We've done that now anyway. Okay. Head to Gorgon.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
Okay. We definitely need bullets. So.
I'll lock up.
Let's keep the companions because they didn't have much of a ride out last time. Okay, so we want to fast travel straight here.
Ooh, this is so exciting. I've never seen a voice lock in action before.
This facility is currently experiencing a heightened security event. Accessing this facility requires voice-modulated passphrase. Please speak the passphrase.
We attest to the zest with our hand on our chest. Be impressed as our guest by what we've finessed. You are blessed to ingest what we thoroughly test. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice.
Passphrase accepted. Access granted. Welcome, Dr. Jasper Lowe.
Okay.
Area assessment. This room is moderately trashed. Time to clean is estimated at 23.5 minutes.
Welcome, C. Huang. Urgent notification. Chem Lab Compound Harvesting, Enrichment and Molecularization Laboratory. This urgent notification brought to you by the Spacer's Choice Automated Subversive Behavior Notification System. Please be informed that one or more of the following high priority conditions are likely to be active in your office or workplace. Number 1, escaped primals. Number 2, unlawful discussion of subversive cultural material. Number 3, extended and unauthorized breaks. Please notify your supervisor immediately if you are the designated supervisor of this workplace. This message constitutes your official notification. This is an automated response. Please do not respond directly to this messages. Okay. Forward to J-Lo, subject corrective measures. So this has been forwarded. We're going to read the bottom message first then. From L. Goodfellow to J-Lo, subject corrective measures. Dr. Lowe, I speak for everyone at the OCI when I express my disappointment in your work ethic. The quality of Compound X harvested and enriched at your laboratory falls well below Spacer's Choice standards. It is my professional opinion that the quality of one's work reflects the quality of one's spirit. Lazy workers deliver lazy work. Round up your researchers, fire one in 10. I expect you and your remaining researchers to deliver the next batch of chemicals to HIA under an accelerated timetable. These measures may seem punitive, even harsh. They are. I am instilling discipline in your team. One day, I'd like to imagine you'll thank me. Respectfully, Lawrence Goodfellow, Manager, Officer of Creative Incubation. Work fortifies the spirit. Okay, this has been forwarded from C. Huang to J. Lo. Jasper, I've been taking your messages at my terminal like you asked. This one's from management though. Please take a look at this. I could get in trouble for deleting it. To J-Lo subject, please respond. Jasper, I know you told me not to bother you when you're working, but I'm running out of options. I understand you're busy, so I've boiled down my list of concerns into simple yes/no questions. Just respond with Y or N. Number 1, did you read Goodfellow's letter? Question mark. Number 2, am I on the chopping block? Number 2, question mark. Number 3, has security talked to you about some type of corporate spy in our ranks? Question mark. 3A, is there a spy? Question mark. Number 4, did you know Padella's heart gave out after a 72-hour shift? Question mark. My head is fucking going, guys. 4A, are you attending the wake? Question mark. I've got staff coming to the receptionist desk looking for answers. What am I supposed to tell them? Question mark. It's not the best choice, it's the only choice we've got? Question mark. Are you going to respond? From J-Lo subject RE, please respond. N, respectfully, Jasper Lowe. To S, Tanaka subject lost key? Question mark. So from C Huang to S Tanaka subject lost key? Question mark. Chief, I found a key in a locker by the laboratories. The key belongs to Dr. Lowe. Please retrieve the key and return it to him. I'd do it myself, but Dr. Lowe can be pretty paranoid. If I show up at his door with a key in hand, he'll assume I stole it in order to fabricate a reason to check up on him. Okay.
Hold on. I thought this place was supposed to be abandoned. You think that could have been the spooky voice from OCI? Someone calling themselves the Ghost?
Competition.
Okay.
Roscoe, it's Georgie. If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up at the Sprat Shack.
And you're not gonna like this one bit. I was trying to steal our recordings when things went crazy. I know. Like I said, sorry. And I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble if I don't get them, so if you want to save my bacon, you need to do it for me. I need the 3 interviews we did with Ambrose, this one here, plus another recording of my own. I left that last one with a guy who owed me a favor at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine. I'll leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. Oh, and don't listen to my log, alright? Just stay safe and keep your head down.
Interesting.
Oh.
That's the last of them! What was Mr. Lowe doing with all these primals?
Okay, that's where we just came from.
All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Security.
Okay, looks like we've picked up a shit ton of stuff again that we don't need.
Mr. Lowe was awfully messy, wasn't he?
Okay, we'll be there in a second.
This is sick. I can't bear it any longer.
Override synthesis and manufacturing center lockdown. Incoming messages from O. Ambrose. Subject updated security practices. High priority. From O. Ambrose to ChemLab. Subject updated security practices. High priority. Pursuant to last week's incident, new security practices are now in effect. All lab personnel must tidy their workstations at the end of their shift, close and lock all drawers, safes, closets, and vents,
workstations,
and lab doors before leaving for the day. All visitors must be accompanied. Furthermore, any laboratory check accompanying a guest who has not received certification in either self-defense or hand-to-hand combat must also be accompanied by a member of the security team. All confidential information must remain as such. Do not discuss the nature of your work outside or inside the lab, except to warn peers of imminent danger, such as fire, chemical spill, or suspected corporate espionage. All laboratory techs are to isolate themselves until further notice. Any laboratory tech found fraternizing in groups of 2 or more, or found speaking with the same person more than once, will be remanded to Spacer Choice's Human Resource, Re-Education and Reallocation Department. From O. Ambrose, subject AT concerns. From O. Ambrose to J. Lowe, subject AT concerns. Jasper, I dug into the volunteer data Marion sent over. You were right, the current formulation is resulting in alarming outcomes even by SC standards. Priantha and I performed a handful of autopsies on this week's deceased and made a few notable observations. In one case, that of a younger man in his early 20s, we noted a degree of grey matter loss one would expect to see in a man of 70. His brain had also atrophied to a shocking extent, again as one might expect in a much older man. In another case, that of a woman in middle age, the subject was no longer able to achieve natural sleep. After 11 consecutive days of wakefulness, she was no longer able to distinguish her violent hallucinations from reality. Yet even as she spiraled, she demanded additional injections. I was sure our last tweak would reduce the incidence of violence among the volunteer population. We might attempt to further refine the compound through partitioning, though I'm doubtful that will be efficacious. Violence aside, I'm growing increasingly concerned by the habit-forming nature of the compound. What do you think? ? Ollie. From O. Ambrose, subject monthly physicals, high priority. From O. Ambrose to ChemLab, subject monthly physicals, high priority. The materials we work with are dangerous and will result in permanent injury, disfigurement or madness when handled for extended periods. Therefore, all laboratory personnel will now report to the project physician, Dr. Priantha LeBlanc, for monthly physicals and psychiatric evaluations. I do this out of abundance of caution. Schedule your first appointment immediately and notify me when you do. I have access to your medical records, so I will know when you shirk. Do not make me drag you to his office myself. And then Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Outgoing messages. To O. Ambrose, subject REAT concerns. From J. Lowe to O. Ambrose, subject REAT concerns. Dr. Ambrose, RE, what do you think? ? These days I try to think as little as possible. Thinking is a dreadful habit, which leads to self-awareness, which leads to resignation. It's true that the current formulation is resulting in alarming outcomes, but not, I think, by SC standards. SC standards are low. You report 11 consecutive days of wakefulness, and SC sees 11 consecutive days of productivity. You report an inability to distinguish violent hallucinations from reality. SC is going to try and push us to turn those hallucinations into phantom images of company logos. You say the compound is habit forming, and SC is going to see an increase in demand for our never-ending supply of xenosite waste. To be serious, yes, the compound is absolutely habit-forming. Addiction correlates with dosages and dosage sizes inversely proportional to enrichment quality. Long as corporate asks us to keep our dosage minimal and controlled, there's a reasonable chance we can improve the enrichment process to filter out some of the dangerous side effects. That's going to take time, a lot more time than corporate realizes, Jasper. Okay, and archive messages. So from O. Ambrose, subject employee termination, Herbert St. Germain, or Germain. That was the guy we seen right at the bottom with all those primals. From O. Ambrose to Gorgon staff, subject employee termination, Herbert St. Germain. Effective immediately, Herbert St. Germain is no longer an employee of Spacer's Choice PR&D division. His body is being forwarded to the chemical waste dump for processing. Mr. St. Germain was a saboteur sent by a rival firm to disrupt our vital efforts. It's only thanks to the swift reporting of one of your esteemed colleagues that Mr. St. Germain was prevented from causing any significant damage to our facilities, intellectual property, or staff. I understand that Mr. St. Germain was popular around the Gorgon campus for his genial and helpful demeanour. That is because he was a spy. If you encounter any similarly friendly staff, alert a member of the security team immediately. We are shifting all of Mr. St. Germain's remaining tasks to other laboratory technicians. Finally, anyone caught visiting his grave or discussing his departure will be remanded to Spacer's Choices Human Resource, Re-Education and Reallocation Department. Dr. Olivia Ambrose. Yeah, she is pretty savage, to be fair with you. Definitely the type of person that gives no fucks really about anyone but herself or a project, and if anyone stands in her way, she'll make a way to end you.
Since we've been traveling together, we've visited a lot of places that set my teeth on edge. This here makes my skin crawl. Worse than wrong, Captain. Catastrophic. And a whole lot of ordinary people who trusted them ended up dead. The folks down here dedicated their lives to fixing Halcyon. They were supposed to be the company's best and brightest. How'd they lose their way? That might have been enough for me back in Edgewater, but after all we've seen of Halcyon, Captain, someone should have said no. I get now why Miss Ambrose would want to clear her mom's name. If the folks responsible for Edgewater's woes tried to blame him on my dad, I couldn't have let it stand.
Maybe it is her mum that is the secret mysterious person. Okay.
It's gonna be a relief to see the stars again. This cave is making me all jump.
Okay.
This can't be worse than anything we already seen, right?
Did you know there are 7 generations?
Let's get this on the road.
Welcome to the Adrenatime Synthesis and Manufactory Center, brought to you by Spacer's Choice. This productivity automechanical unit is at your disposal. Its normal duties involve the management of legacy operations analytics. However, due to the promotion, demotion, death, or injury to other managers of this facility, this unit is now the acting manager of the following departments: reception, human resources, accounting, technical support, manufacturing, distribution, security. Please direct any questions about those departments to Pam. Answers not guaranteed. According to this facility's hierarchy, there are 0 acting managers at this Spacer's Choice facility. Not to worry. If a middle manager cannot immediately be replaced, Pam can safely oversee 3.176 departments. When you're in a productivity pinch, Pam can pick up the pieces. Uh-oh. It looks like there are intruders in this facility. Protocol recommends speaking to the head of facility security right away. Management stretched thin? That's okay. With safety protocols disabled, Pam can manage 12.678 departments with an estimated worker fatality rate of only 4.83 per week. After all, Pam's purpose is to answer one question: how can I increase your productivity today? Remember, Spacer's Choice is a family, so overtime is really family time. Did you know that keeping your workers alive boosts productivity? That's why every PAM unit comes equipped with the latest Spacer's Choice weaponry. When PAM's emergency combat protocols are activated, your investments are sure to be protected. Warning: due to power consumption, combat protocols cannot be activated when PAM's power is below 73% without deactivating managerial processes. Spacer's Choice policy dictates that managerial processes take priority. This unit's power rating is 57%. PAM is fully customizable to fit your preferred management style. With the correct override codes, you can alter any of PAM's behaviors at will. Some limitations apply. Spacer's Choice does not accept legal responsibility for any injuries or traumas sustained after altering PAM's behaviors. See manual for details. Hate messing with tangled cables or confusing batteries? With PAM, you'll never have to. Just pop in a Firefly brand industrial strength battery and PAM's ready to go. Out of batteries and need productivity now? No problem. Just hook Pam's power source up to another automechanical and Pam will get your employees back in line in no time.
SAM units are programmed to respond "Can do, customer," to any and all serviceable requests. Greetings, Pam. Don't get swept away by the sleaze of your filthy, worthless existence. Let Sam neaten up your life.
Work fortifies the spirit. Let Pam optimize the routines of your life for maximum productivity.
SAM units. If we can't clean it, we'll destroy it beyond recognition.
All PAM units have been programmed to encourage a worker's competitive spirit. Well done. Continue destroying the competition on behalf of Spacer's Choice.
Got a lust for dust? Sam does.
Pam believes in the power of a well-organized spreadsheet. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Aw, Captain, they're friends.
Power rerouting complete. Please be advised the aforementioned unauthorized procedure has voided this unit's warranty.
This unit's power rating is 100%. Great! Emergency combat protocols are now available. Error: employee's biometric ID does not match this unit's designated manager. Proceeding with verbal management test. Pretend that this PAM unit is one of your employees who has been working long hours. What would you say to give them an extra pep pill in their step? When you get in early and get out late, you're our favorite kind of teammate. Remember, PAM tracks every second you're at your desk. Employees in the 93rd percentile or higher get an encouraging platitude every day. Verbal management test complete. Result: employee is a Spacer's Choice manager. 94% certainty. Engaging emergency combat protocols. Stand by.
Very cool. Okay. Okay, let's go with revenge. Yes, take that.
If I didn't know better, I'd swear it was watching me.
Area assessment. Utter squalor.
System is searching for unauthorized persons.
Caution!
Error. Target not found.
Cleans it up. Roll for the job. Caution! Infestation encroaching! Congratulations, customer! Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
This thing kind of reminds me of our building back in Edgewater. Like it's sort of holy.
Preparing for sanitization mode? The Purge.
See, I don't want to come here yet, because I feel like there's other areas that I can explore. And we've kind of been rushed by following that unit around.
Reheat your salt tuna in the company kitchens. Save that savory smell for your own micro apartments.
Great work.
Gonna find you.
Here they come. Nice work. Woo! Nice work.
Happy team is a productive team.
So I'm guessing she just stays there now. Okay. Well, thanks for your help, pal. Definitely helped us out. Workstation ID SCG0146577. Department Manufactory. Current users S. Garcia. To Manufactory Department. Subject New Adventure. From S. Garcia to Manufactory Department. Subject New Adventure. I run the SMC's interdepartmental systems and serfdoms game. We host participants from every part of the Spacer's Choice family. Technical support, human resources, and even here in the manufactory. We just reached the stunning conclusion of our last campaign, and I've submitted the necessary paperwork to begin a new one soon. Interested? ? A few spaces for adventuring spaces are still available. Not sure what systems and serfdoms is? ? Don't worry. We're beginner friendly and I'll be happy to walk you through character creation and more. S&S is all about helping each other and having a good time after all. If you're not familiar with systems and serfdoms, fret not. Novice entry fees are minimal. Please note that I am required by corporate to submit a detailed report of our adventures for moral hygiene auditing. Please also note that any subversive character concepts will result in an immediate report. Your systems manager, Sally Garcia. From T. Jaramillo, subject great work. From T. Jaramillo to S. Garcia, subject great work. Sally, thank you for putting in the extra time to fix those terminals on the top floors. Even though you're not a designated member of the technical support team, your work saved me a reprimand on my permanent record. In fact, your work was so impressive that I thought you might appreciate having a few more tasks on your team. You must have noticed the adhesive notes on your desk. These are backlogged repair tasks from the technical support team. I understand you've got your own work in the manufactory, but I think you'd benefit from the additional tasks. Remember, work fortifies the spirit. Sincerely, Tony Jaramillo. Okay.
Nicely done.
We got a shit ton of Adrenos anyway.
Watch your hands, Captain. Be a bad time to lose them. Well, I guess any time'd be a bad time, but especially now.
I'll be good, don't you worry. Okay. Workstation ID SCG01465941 Department Technical Support Current User S. Tinsley. Please select from the following options. 2V Newell Subject RE out of SOC? Question mark. Mr. Newell, no, there are no SOCs involved in the production of Spacer's Choice Terra-Fried Spratwurst. The T hologram on the machine is likely just malfunctioning. It should read out of stock. T Sutherland Subject RE return button? Question mark. Miss Sutherland, I regret to inform you that vending machines do not take returns. Please do not try to fit your can of Spacer's Choice Gourmet Saltuna fillets into the bit cartridges slots, as it will damage the machine and prevent other employees from using it. Thank you so much for your time, so much. Sincerely, Sam Tinsley, Technical Support. Workstation ID SCG01465752 Department Technical Support Current User T. Jaramillo. 2 H. Putnam Subject a note on notes. Harold, prosperous morning. This is an informal reminder that your adhesive notes are intended to track your trouble tickets. Please do not use your adhesive notes to create patterns on your divider wall. I'd hate to remind you that unsanctioned aesthetic expression is strictly contrary to Spacer's Choice law, and I definitely hate to be reprimanded because I didn't warn you. Please endeavour to use the adhesive notes in a manner prescribed by the Spacer's Choice official guidelines. Sincerely, Tony Jaramillo. 2M Lou, subject in brackets friendly language. Michael, this is just to tell you that I've reported your recent unsanctioned language to Human Resources. You were recently talking about seeing some of your colleagues act paranoid and violent. Try to remember the new guidelines from corporate. Don't call your colleagues paranoid. They're experiencing dramatically heightened attention. Don't call your colleagues violent. They're showing physical assertive behavior. I'm as concerned as you are about the curious and surprising behavior we've been seeing around the premises, but try to keep your language sanitized. Clean language is a matter of security. Yeah, well, how did that help you out when you died? Workstation ID SCGO1465917, Department, Technical Support, current user M. Liu. Personal files. Auto mechanical repair, power siphoning. File name Pam, power siphoning, primary author M. Liu. With a battery shortage, I need to find a way to recharge Pam in a pinch. Vargas and I have to divide up all the remaining batteries, and eventually even those won't help or hold much of a charge. At least not if you just plug the unit into the wall as designed. Turns out though, with Space's Choice, batteries actually only charge at half capacity if you use them as intended. Think it's planned obsolescence? They want the batteries to wear out sooner, so folks buy more of them. Doesn't make much sense to do it at your own facilities, in my opinion, but what the fuck do I know, right? Question mark. Anyway, I think I found a way to bypass it, at least on the biped models. If you take two similar units, link their power supplies, and initiate a surge from one unit to the other, it should force the battery to use its full capacity. Basically, I can double the lifespan of our batteries by having the units jumpstart each other. Not going to use it just yet though, always a chance that someone catches wind of it and they close the loophole, so I'd better save it for an emergency. Pam weapons tuning. I cannot believe that they gave Pam a damn N-ray cannon. Talk about overkill. There's not much in the known galaxy deadlier than N-ray radiation, and once it's let loose it's hard to contain. Most living things seem to give it off in microscopic doses, not enough to be harmful on its own, but enough to draw larger, deadlier masses of N-rays from one living thing to another within a certain radius. Which means I need to take extra care to make sure Pam's cannon is tuned for maximum precision. If the barrel is even 1 degree out of alignment, you'd risk thousands of bits in collateral damage every time she fires it. Okay, messages. 2J Vargas, subject, keep your head down. Last week a pair of technicians at my designated workplace fell into a pretty bad row. There were a lot of seditious words used. I don't want to repeat them here. Management stepped in. I haven't seen them since. I don't think their indenturement contracts were nullified, otherwise I would have received a reprimand myself on account of having worked with terminated colleagues. They haven't been in their domiciles, they haven't been at their stations. I don't think they were fired, I think they deserted. Or they were killed off. I'm not going to share their names because I don't want that on my audit record. All I know is the office isn't working the way it should. Dr. Ambrose is nervous, and when she's nervous, we're all nervous. From J. Vargas, subject RE, keep your head down. So, from J. Vargas to M. Liu, subject RE, keep your head down. Michael, one of my colleagues, disappeared 3 nights ago. She'd been falling between her deadlines and was medicating herself with AT. I was jealous of her work ethic, so I can't imagine what compelled her to just disappear. Frankly, I'm glad she was starting to make me look bad. There's something strange happening in the office and I don't know what to make of it. Nothing's going according to plan. Clarence mostly had a phrase he muttered now and then. The Bancroft coefficient is approaching 1. Apparently there's some fellow named Lucian Bancroft. If he's real, Dr. Ambrose answers to him. I think he's a cipher or a code name or something. I don't know how chaotic or messy a project has to be before that coefficient hits 1. It could be Dr. Ambrose or it could be Lucian that we're going to fight, you know, with this masked guy wanting us to hide whatever we're getting into, but we're not going to do that. But I know bad things happen when Lucian Bancroft shows up. Contracts nullified, waste disposed, assets eliminated. Yeah, I'll keep my head down, Judith. Workstation ID SG or SCG01465899. Department Technical Support. Current user H. Putnam. Personal files. Character form Halcyon Hank. Name Halcyon Hank. Class upper. Vocation free market champion. Backstory. Halcyon Hank is the long lost half brother of Halcyon Helen. At the age of 7 he saved his family from a pirate attack, but he had to leave the ship in a separate escape pod. While the rest of his family was rescued by a passing patrol, Hank's escape pod landed on Monarch and he had to survive in the wild. Raised among raptidons, he foiled numerous schemes concocted by the cannibalistic Ionoclasts, who were trying to spread their listless, dependent way of life across the colony. Now he's finally made it off Monarch and is ready to save Halcyon from, in brackets, insert whoever Sally makes as the villain here. Addendum, ask if Sally can make a supporting character. That's Hank's love interest she promised she would last time. Messages. From S. Garcia, subject cancelling our session. Harold, I just sent management my cancellation form regarding our systems and serfdom sessions. I've been told I won't receive a refund on the leisure time I purchased for our group. I'll handle the cancellation fees too. Let's not talk about what happened with Colin at the last session. Let's not talk about Colin at all. Not to management and not to medical either. If you need something for the injury, I'll see about getting you some AT. Sally. Alright. So I've read all the terminal in that section.
Great work.
We've read that one. And that one. Workstation ID SCG01465836. Department Technical Support. Current user J. Vargas. 2A Isaacs. Subject RE Inappropriate Automech. Sir, I promise you no auto-mechanical in the galaxy is capable of falling in love with you. It is far outside of their set of capabilities. If there is a legitimate reason that this current auto-mechanical is not fulfilling your department's needs, please file a request for an upgrade using form AM265B with permission from your manager. Thank you, Judith Vargas. 2A Isaac subject apologies. No, sir, that was not a comment about your inability to secure a marriage contract. No automechanical is capable of loving you because they are literally not capable of loving anyone. Automechanicals function through a simple series of state machines that are designated to problem solve for a limited list of scenarios. These scenarios all directly relate to the task that the automechanical was created for. In other words, a security automechanical might be able to question unauthorized personnel about where they left their biometric ID card. But a chef automechanical can only ask them if they want extra salt. Even if in theory an automechanical was deliberately modified to learn speech patterns and how to mimic human behavior, those behaviors would be a hollow imitation. So if your automechanical assistant really did make a comment about your posterior, it was because they were programmed to say it, that's all. Judith Vargas. And then we got a message from M. Lou, subject don't transfer. Judith, now is not the best time to request a transfer. I've got a reliable source that tells me the OCI may be under official audit soon. There's been word of some kind of corporate sabotage. I wouldn't request a transfer to the chem labs either. They've just had their budget and their personnel slashed. Trust me, you don't want to be associated with either offices or with either office. Stay with us. We know what we're doing. Okay. Take some of them. I still don't really understand this whole still purchasing bit, like ammunition from vending machines. Like I said, I think we should just be able to just grab it if it's a facility where obviously we're enemies anyway. But again, it might just be a automated thing that's,
nicely done.
You know, goes to the, it's like a giant general credit thing. Okay. Workstation ID SCGO1112534. Department Human Resources. Current user K. Blomstedt. 2C Norwood. Subject Employee Exchange. Space's Choice is aware of Dr. Lowe's eccentric habits. Yes, Dr. Lowe medicates himself with experimental drugs of his own design. No, we have not mentioned this flaw in Dr. Lowe's character in our exchange contract with Auntie Cleo. We believe that Dr. Lowe's behavior is consistent with the values of our rival company. Dr. Lowe and Auntie Cleo are, in the opinion of Space's Choice, an ideal match. Both Dr. Lowe and the Auntie Cleo company believe themselves to be better than nature. Please be informed that Auntie Cleo has generously offered at least 3 senior personnel in exchange for Dr. Lowe. It is Space's Choice company policy to accept any bargain in our favour. Sincerely, K. Blomstedt. 2M Lou, subject semantic hygiene. Michael, the office has reviewed your report of unlawful behaviour exhibited by certain colleagues at your designated workplace. We find the contents of your report alarming and inconsistent with the values and vision of the Space's Choice family. While it is the duty of every member of our family to report seditious and unlawful behaviour, it is important to express your report using appropriate company-approved language. Your description of violent outbursts and aggressive behaviour from your colleagues is problematic. Furthermore, the office disapproves of your obvious exaggerations of any physical injuries sustained in your alleged altercations with your colleagues. Spacer's Choice is not liable or responsible for any injuries caused by Spacer's Choice property, including machinery or other co-workers. Your description of your colleagues' behavior portrays Spacer's Choice in an unflattering light and will be stricken from any official record. Do not discuss, describe, or imply the contents of your report to your co-workers. Sincerely, K. Blomstedt, Senior Regional Vice Manager of Human Resources. Workstation ID SCGO1112538, Department Human Resources, current user C. Norwood. So then this is from a Metcalf subject. RE printer broken? Question mark. It's not broken, it's just out of paper, which I have to say is pretty damned amazing. How in the name of the grand plan did you manage to print 550 documents in a week? Question mark. Those can't all be transfer requests, can they? Question mark. I know this project is well funded, but the head researcher must be even more famous than I thought if we're getting this many. Excuse me. Best, Aaron. From M. Blomstedt, K. Blomstedt, subject last warning. Colin, you know our policy. Even if you do have proof that Mr. Putnam has been taking your lunch, Spacer's Choice disciplinary guidelines for theft only apply to Spacer's Choice property. You, your lunch, and Mr. Putnam all constitute Spacer's Choice property. It is legally impossible for property to steal from itself. Hey? You can tell she's called Karen from what she just said. Please note that an inability to protect your own source of nourishment will be reflected on your permanent record. If you cannot be trusted to guard your own sandwich, you cannot be trusted to guard classified information on behalf of Spacer's Choice. P.S. Please have those reports sorted on my desk before lunch. You're not in a junior position anymore, Colin. She is a fucking bitch, man. What a piece of work. Feel sorry for you, mate. Personally. Pile of cigarettes. The number of cigarettes here indicate that the smoker's lifespan has been shortened by approximately 11.2 years. Fucking hell, man. Unlucky for you. Reason I'm going all the way back here, guys, is because we're looking at everything before we go forward. Workstation ID SCGO1142573, Department Reception. Current users or current user are Hyde. From M. Elysium. Subject lost my ID. Rosemary, hey, sorry to bother you, but I lost my ID. Don't know how it happened. I have a very strict system for organising my desk. Someone probably took it. Can you deactivate it and get me a new one? Question mark. Thanks, Minoru Eliasso. 2M Lou, subject scene Fife? Question mark. Hey Rosemary, you seen Fife around? Question mark. Pam's old battery is having trouble holding a charge and all my spares keep disappearing. You know how it goes around here, if something's disappearing, Fife probably swiped it and put it in the facilities office like a trophy. Since your desk in the lobby isn't too far from facilities, I was hoping you might have spotted him on his way in or something. If you do, tell him Mike Lou has 3 packs of Spacer's Corona to trade for the industrial strength Firefly battery that quote unquote disappeared last week. I'd appreciate it, Mike. Well, we don't need that, and we've already done everything really, apart from the main bit. Okay. Oh shit, didn't mean to grab all that. Shit. Let's just... We found a battery anyway. Hey, cool. The elevator's off. Okay. That's sealed. Okay. Well, we've restepped everywhere we could go. Like I said, we've done it back to front, but hey. Okay. I have an idea of where we are now. I think we've looked at everything round here personally. It's another shortcut. Can't go through that way. Not that we need to, we've come through this way instead. Alright. So we're going up these stairs. So we can't go through there. I think it was just this area which we had been to right at the start of coming back. These terminals are off. I got a workbench. Alright. Oh, that shit will be fucking awesome. Mag 2 power plasma, let's go for that. Okay, don't need to upgrade that one. Okay, happy with that. Let's do an armor upgrade. Not upgrade, we haven't done this for a while. Install some mods. Well, these look well and truly sorted. Let's go.
right. Now I can finally get that journal and get the heck out of here.
Me, I think it's going to be easier said than done. Guys, headset was just on low battery. You probably just heard the noise of it now. Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't think that's the end of it, but okay, let's go in on it.
Hey, that's impressive.
Okay, whose terminal is this? Oh, Ambrose. Messages, incoming messages. Cleared all messages, fair enough. Outgoing messages. Sent to L. Goodfellow. To L. Goodfellow subject. Okay, let's start from the bottom. So, to L. Goodfellow subject Toxie free rebranding. Change the fucking name, Lawrence. I don't care if the inbred simpletons at headquarters were just having a laugh. Customers don't know what it means. You may choose from this list of acceptable alternatives. Absorbitol, Kelatamox, Binatron, Emeticin. Cheers, Ollie. To L. Goodfellow subject RE radio documentary participation. Lawrence, this is a waste of my time. The last thing my team need is a fleet of gadflies descending on the labs and asking stupid questions. We're months behind as it is. However, because Lucien demanded it, I will consider the program's request if the following conditions are met. Lucien guarantees me the right to review and approve the recordings. The journalists are confined to Gorgon for the duration of the project. It could be years, make sure they understand that. If they leak the details of our work to the press, I'll put a hit out on them myself. I know people, Lawrence. The journalists spunk in shipping and receiving. We can't have them fraternizing with the project staff outside of their scheduled interviews. These people are our enemies, not our friends. No one will be coming down with an acute case of friendship on my watch. My team will not be held responsible for the inevitable delays this tomfoolery will cause. The only individual who will work overtime on this is you. Understood? Question mark. Cheers, Ollie. Sent to other. Hang on. From O. Ambrose to El Goodfellow production, subject production schedule. I've seen the brand managers sniffing about, Lawrence. I know your department is gearing up for a big announcement. And mine is the only project on this fucking asteroid. Send me your intended production and release schedule immediately. Cheers, Ollie. So, subject RE. So these are all L Goodfellow. Subject RE production schedule. The schedule you sent me must be a template or the work of an intern because it's patently insane. We're nowhere near to hitting Lucian's proposed milestones. Branding's hopes and wishes won't magically change that, no matter what the corporate office says. My compound is months from viable, Lawrence. It kills people. If you'd like proof, you're welcome to try it yourself. I'll even show you where to stick it. I expect to see a revised schedule before the week is out. Cheers, Ollie. You think you can hide from me, you little twerp? Question mark. I know a serum that will make you feel as if you've lived 1,000 years in just 8 hours. How would you like to spend the night in waste processing? Question mark. Cheers, Ollie. Alright. Sent to M. Blakesley. We have read all these before. If you want to know what they say, and you know, if you want to go back on my previous videos, all these messages have been sent before. In terms of M. Blakesley and what was his name? L. Goodfellow. Read about this one as well. Sent to other. Read this one as well. Okay, deleted messages we definitely haven't read. Or maybe we have. Received from L. Goodfellow. Yeah, we have read these. She's just deleted all the messages. Sorry guys. Okay. Yeah. Alright. We've read everything. Trophy earned. Synthesize this.
Gorgon is mine. Go now, and I will not pursue you. But if you stay, I will sick every last lawless fucking mercenary in Halcyon on you. It's your choice, Captain.
Starting to hope I get to meet this jerk, just so I can give him a good kick in the shins.
Okay. Sorry guys, I was getting a bit... That noise was doing my head in. It was probably doing your head in as well. But I didn't realise I read all these logs. If you do want to know what they say, because I literally just scrolled past them, obviously you can pause it and read it. I think I've scrolled down to each one, but if I haven't, then it will be on my previous videos. Alright,